What do you want me to say? Okay, so I'm pretty sure everyone here remembers what Club Penguin is. It was a big online game in the 2000s, 2010s. Got bought by Disney in 2007, closed down in 2017, and this game was meant to be Club Penguin 2. But then they shut that down. On my birthday. I'm just gonna get this out of the way. I did try to record this, like, already, but it's also not 5 a.m. by the way. It's like 9:32 p.m. Everyone else is asleep, so that's why I'm talking kind of low. I did try to record this, like, before. This is actually my second time trying to do this. And the reason I'm re-recording it is because my mic I had at the time was acting really stupid. And eventually it broke. But what caused it to not work properly with that one is that I forgot to turn up the audio in OBS because I recorded some no commentary footage for the Star Wars video, if you might have seen, like the YouTube recordings. I forgot that I set my microphone volume or sensitive, whatever it's called, really high because then otherwise it's really quiet. So, oh, I've never been here before. So that's like 15 minutes of footage that I had to throw out the window. I'm not too happy about it, but, you know, shit happens, and as you can clearly see with this game right now. So if you're wondering how I'm playing this, even though, as I mentioned, the game got shut down, like, ages ago, basically, they actually set it so you can play this game offline, single player. And I actually think that was pretty cool of them. Because, you know. So that way Club Penguin's not, like, dead forever. You can still play this. Even though it's not like the original Club Penguin, you know, the one everybody grew up with. But, you know, it's still Club Penguin at the end of the day. I actually played this game when it came out in 2017. And I played it for like a couple of months. I thought it was pretty cool because I didn't want Club Penguin to die just yet, and I wanted to try to support them, but then I just one day stopped playing. I don't know why. Probably because I have giant hands and my tiny phone wasn't really working with it. And I know I am playing on PC, which they did eventually release a version for, but, you know. I did play a little bit on the laptop, but other than that, I just mostly fell off this game. Still, I understand why it was made and why the original was shut down, even if it was a bit unfortunate. So yeah. Now, one thing I was curious about is that if this game, and if like any ex-Club Penguin employees are watching this, you can feel free to comment about whether any of these things are true, or would have happened, or what you would have done, you know? Even though I don't think any will. So, I was wondering if this game, like, lasted longer than it did, would it then... Because, like, it clearly could have, but would it have made, like, the jump to consoles, like Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, all that jazz. Because that would have been pretty cool in my opinion, and if you want to take it a step further, add 4-player local co-op so 4 players can log in at the same time on one console. I don't know. And also, while this game was, like, 3 months after this game essentially closed.
The island needs you. Are you ready?
Let's do this story while we talk.
To find a starfish
3 months after the game closed down. About 3 months. Actually, exactly 3 months. Like, about 3 months after this game closed down for good, Disney finished their purchase of, or their acquisition of 20th Century Fox and all its subsidiaries. Like, what I was curious about is if they would have, because they did Marvel and Star Wars in the original, but would they have, like, touched any 20th Century properties and added them into the game. Because there was a bunch of Disney and Pixar stuff. But personally, I would always see like Ice Age as a good fit for them because, well, it would have been cool, but I don't think of anything else. Oh, and Avatar. They got Avatar. They probably would have done cross promotion. They did Marvel, which is pretty violent. They probably would have done that as well. I'm kind of curious on how that would have played out had the IP lasted longer. Okay. I suppose I could talk about my experience with this IP. So I first learned of this game's existence in 2009, I think, but I did not know how to set up an account. But my cousins, they had one, and their penguins were named George4905 and Nikki Space 1989. But then come 2010 in May, I think it was 28th. On that day, I finally figured out how to make an account, so I made one, and I named it, for whatever reason, Baloo 88168. The numbers was generated by them, so you can thank them for that. And before you ask, no, it is not named after the Disney character. You know what the Cub Scouts are? Basically, they had a tier called Baloo, which is like the third year in there, which third graders would have been in, like in the American school system. I'm rambling, but if you get what I mean, that was what the tier of Cub Scouts I was at the time. My dad was like, "Hey, why don't you put that as your name?" So thanks, Dad. Damn it. And then later that same day, I was like, "Yo, Lily's my sister, by the way. Check this out, I'm ice fishing." I was playing the ice fishing game. You know, she was like, "I want to make an account." So we did. We set one up for her, and it was Chloe2122. I don't know why she chose that name, but my cousin's dog was named Chloe, so I'm gonna guess it was because of that. And also, I know I'm not alone in this, but I have like, I don't know, 10 alt accounts. I had like Captain Nemo 2, which is supposed to represent my dad. Josephine294, which is supposed to represent my mom. Cool Guy Jr., which was my non-member account, which I don't know, I just made after that whole like welcome late room update popped up, and I wanted to check that out for myself. And non-members got an exclusive hat, so of course I had to put that on my guy. I had Agent 5, which yeah. And I also had Living Sled, except I spell it as Livivng. So whoops. But it stuck. I almost had the Living Sled penguin name, which is a reference to a character in it. But yeah, other than that, I also obtained passwords from my friends. People shared their passwords. That's against the rules. Well, the game's dead now, so there's really nothing to do. But yeah, I had access to my cousin's friend's account, whose account name was BobJoe6. It's Bob space. It's 3 words. And my friend from school's account, which is BlankyBoy02. I don't know why they trusted me, but they did. So yeah, I played the game from 2010 to up until it shut down, though. It became a lot less frequent as the time went on, though I still made sure to check in pretty often. Like, I remember my first party was the some sort of jungle themed party. I believe it was called Island Adventure. 2010, I also remember, was that the year of the I want to say the Mountain Expedition or the Great Snow Race or whatever, but something tells me that was like 2011 instead. Yeah, it was, because Blackout followed it. That's right. But yeah, something in August, I don't remember what. The fair, Halloween stuff, you know. I had 2 Puffles, their names were John and Charlie. And that was what you call a paying member. Because they already had my soul. 2011 rolled around and I... Shit, what was the first party? I mean, there was a Puffle party, Music Jam. 2011 did have that Great Snow Race one, and I fell off the map. Twice, 3 times. Yo, Disney, fix your game. Well, that's interesting. 2011 had that System Defender game, which I was a god at, and it was the only one I ever got all the achievements for which they were called stamps in the game. So I used that game to grind for points. Eventually I got so many Puffles and I began to neglect them. 2012 was what made considered to be the best year in Club Penguin. We had the Marvel crossover, which actually got me into Marvel, no joke. Don't ask how that happened. There was a fruit party. Fair again, Halloween, of course Operation Blackout, which was still the peak. 2013 is when the redesigns happened. We got Rainbow and Gold Puffle. Oh wait, Brown Puffles happened in 2011, that's right. I forget what I named mine. Operation Puffle, which is not as good as Blackout, but I still really enjoyed it. Star Wars Takeover, which, yeah, I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I'm biased. What the hell is this riddle? What do you mean by the sea? Ugh. Oh wait, 2013 had like the Monsters University and Teen Beach movie crossovers. 2014 had their first television special with the Merry Walrus. Remember that fella? I don't. 2015, I still kept... Oh wait, no, 2014, they introduced fucking dinosaur Puffles, and then they just added dog Puffles and cat Puffles, and... What else did they add? Within that, there was like raccoon Puffles. These aren't all in order, but rabbit Puffles. I think there was a unicorn Puffle. I want to say deer, and they each came in 4 different colors because padding. There was a snowman Puffle which looked like Olaf from Frozen. Unfortunately, I don't really have the highest regard for that movie. Ghost Puffle, which was pretty cool. Crystal Puffle. Alien Puffles. Yeah, there were 4 of those, and those are the last Puffles that were ever added, I believe. And yeah, 2015, Operation Crustacean happened. And that was like in my opinion, like the last... Well, that was like the last big event I checked out, because it was genuinely interesting to me. But, yeah. I still checked in on the game in 2016. I saw the 3-month-long Frozen party, and pretty sure I did not sign on to the game during that time. I don't think it was 3 months long, but it was long. But yeah, and then the game shut down, and I was sad, but I did print out all my Puffle certificates, and I want to buy frames to put them in, because I think that would be funny. Okay, seriously, where is this? Oh, the jackhammer statue. I'm blind. Another riddle.
Without using words, the gold starfish you'll call. Say it with pictures. Good work. Search the waterfall in the code.
I know what that is. And then this game happened, and I already shared my thoughts on this game. But one thing I am curious about, since like this game has an offline mode, I'm pretty sure it is possible to set up like private servers for this game somehow, and like get the game running again. I wonder if anyone's done that. I know there's at least one called Club Penguin Island Forever, but when I tried looking into that, I couldn't really find anything, and the website was dead. And I believe the Twitter account was privated or deleted. I don't know what happened to that, or if like the guys involved got in any sort of trouble? Now, how do you call a starfish?
Does the riddle want you to use an emoji?
Hi. Oh, emoji. What?
That gold starfish is spirited. Pursue it, please.
Yeah, I don't know if something happened with the mod team, like the people running it, but I couldn't find anything about that one, though I do remember hearing about it. I'd like to see if there's any like private servers of this game like up and running. Cause that'd be pretty cool to check out. Yeah, other than that, those games, I also played the console spin-off games that existed. Not counting the mobile apps, like
Starfish is definitely
just going over
nearby.
mobile apps real quick. There was Puffle Launch, Puffle Wild, Sled Racer, Sound Studio, I believe was standalone, and I think that was it. Apart from like the mobile port Club Penguin itself, which was initially called My Penguin at the time, because all you could do was edit your penguin and play like 2 mini games. I played that on my iPad. Everyone was in 3D. But yeah, there were like 3 spin-off games for like home consoles and handhelds.
Starfish secure.
So first there was Club Penguin Elite Penguin Force in 2008 for the Nintendo DS. I did not play that game first, funnily enough. But yeah, you play as a secret agent because there was PSA, Penguin Secret Agency, and then they had their own second secret organization called the Elite Penguin Force, EPF. And yeah, you do missions, fun little point and click, has that Club Penguin charm. Yeah, never got that DLC mission, it was... because I had no idea how to get it. Then there was Club Penguin Herbert's Revenge, also for the DS in 2010.
And Rockhopper can't risk sailing away. I have an idea for the ball.
Sea
Get to
caves.
the sea
Okay,
caves
now we
and
go to the
fill
sea
in.
caves. That was actually the one I played first,
I have
and
reports that glowing crystals form in the throne room.
like shortly after I got on the Club Penguin, I just did a little Google, and I was like, "Whoa, Club Penguin on the DS! I gotta check that out." And I did. It was pretty cool. The music is a banger, I'll say that. And then the last one they ever did, unfortunately, was Club Penguin Game Day on the Wii, which is like, you know, one of those mini-game collections that, on the lines of like Game Party, Block Party, you know, I'll just throw a whole bunch on screen to show you what I'm referring to. But you know, I always preferred this one, and I still do come back to it from time to time because it has that Club Penguin charm, as I mentioned. Yeah, I played it with my friends and family a lot. I checked out like 3 episodes of that, not even 3, 2 episodes of that on Even Buddies, and even then that's like really ancient Uneven Buddies content. And as I mentioned, unfortunately, those were the only Club Penguin console games released. I personally wish there was more done. Like they could have done it on PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One, and Wii U, and 3DS. Oh, and Vita, but who owns a Vita? I'm genuinely curious. Was there ever any like more? Was there ever more like Club Penguin console games, like for like Nintendo consoles or even PlayStation or Xbox consoles, ever in the works, and then they just never saw the light of day? Or was that always like they just never thought of any more after Game Day? Because I would have bought them all. And I know there was like one Wikipedia edit sometime that stated like a false game called Club Penguin console adoption sort of existed on the Wii. But yeah, no. I'm sure if someone has the technology, they can like backport Game Day to the Wii, I mean to the PS2, because it has similar architecture, or even PSP. Yeah, that'd be funny. So yeah, if anyone like behind this knew about that behind the scenes, please let me know. So I can cry about what could have been. Hey, if they remake those 3 games for like modern consoles, I'll spend as much money as I can. Call it the well-down memory lane collection. Include like those 3 games, a couple mini games from that era, or the online game, all the PSA missions and stuff. I'm pitching my own Club Penguin game at this point. Woo! Because it's a shame, because there could have been a lot more Club Penguin console games, but you know, game development is expensive, blah blah blah. Although I think, looking at VG charts, Game Day sold over 1 million copies, so I don't know if that was considered too low for them, but I don't know. Still, I'd like to know if there are ever any more planned for development. And if Xbox 360 ones existed, would they have been backwards compatible on Xbox One?
Perfect fit. We still good work.
I'm asking the real questions. New guidance. We're gonna do like one. Nope. Yeah. Right. This game has some sort of RPG level up system. We're gonna do like one mission for each quest giver. I believe that. I don't think this blue star was ever elaborated upon. I think it was meant from Gary, the gadget guy. Enlightenment. Wee. Oh, you hear that banner in the background? That's nice. And also something I always wanted, but I knew that would never happen, is having Club Penguin in Super Smash Brothers, because I thought that would be pretty cool.
If you're gonna hunt for the treasures, ye got make a pirate outfit and
Alright,
show me your
pirate
seafaring
outfit.
style.
Alright, let's go on archive.org.
You got a great eye for freebooter fashion. Before we look for swab in the deck. Ha ha ha! The mop be ready for you.
Yes, thank you for having me clean your stupid deck.
You need a mop first. Get one from the pirate kit.
Even though this game's IP's been dead for like 5 years now, or dormant, I should say. I don't think it's the end. I have optimism
Bring it here and let's have a look.
that Club Penguin will return. Somehow.
You see the smiling face? Legend has it making a face and a I went to every tree and smiled pretty as you. If ye want to solve it, try asking Aunt Arctic.
Yeah,
She
fetch
knows
quest.
everything about the island.
What was I talking about?
Try looking at things from a different perspective.
Flip it upside down. Oh. Oh, do I have to like...
Just so. It's a frowning face in front of a waterfall.
Yeah, I
Best
thought
of luck on your search.
Goes this way. Oh wait, since there's like no filters in offline mode, I can say funny profanities. Awesome. Yeah, found the waterfall. There's a frown emoji. Sad.
Ye clever boots, follow that arrow. Ye be on the trail now.
Alright. Now, when Wii games start coming to Nintendo Switch Online, I will begin my campaign for Game Day's inclusion. Because that would be funny. Use the emoji by the tablet. I will. Yay. Nice. I also remember, like, during this game's lifespan, there was always a big war between, like, people who played this game, which is the official the continuation, and people who played, the fan-run revival of the original Club Penguin called Club Penguin Rewritten, mostly. There were other pirate servers, but that was like the big one, because it was, the most
Hoist
faithful.
me sails. That be Shellbeard's hat.
I believe Shellbeard was introduced in this game, and then
He
it
was
was
an
like so
old
much that they brought him
fool
over Rewritten,
who
which...
disappeared looking for the
Pretty cool.
same Penglantine.
Or, and I say brought him over as if Disney owned both.
And that...
But now both are dead, so it's all for nothing.
We can use them. Following me, are ye?
I'm not going to go into the controversies that played most private servers. That's something you can look up on your own time.
The reception be... No, man.
Oh, there we go. But there was like a big war saying like, wow, Club Penguin Island is great. Rewritten is trash, nostalgia bait. Or Club Penguin Rewritten is awesome. Island is like bland, corporate, friendly. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm making sense here, but bland and corporate. You know. Oh, and pay to win. That was like no, pay to play. No, it had like a membership feature, which initially was locked almost everything behind it so much that it became like a joke. Which I believe they did rectify later on. But, yeah. And nobody wanted to give Disney their money. And I mean, to be fair, why would they? So they just locked Rewritten where everything was free. And then Island shut down, and then Rewritten also got hit with the copyright takedown by Disney, so that was fun. Win streak 288. That number's just gonna stay there till the end of time. But yeah, I thought the drama, like the constant dramas between the two fans. Look at this, 234 days old. No, that's not when I recorded it. That's when I tested it out to see if it works. But you know. But like the drama was just, it would just devolve into like sheer pettiness. Like, man, if you like this game, you're like a genuinely incompetent human being. Basically like throwing accusations left and right. If you like this game, you can't be friends with me because I like that game. This is going to be harsh, but both sides need to shut the fuck up and accept that people have different opinions. And this was like 6 years ago. But still, it was so stupid and did not need to be blown up to that jail. And I think in the long run, that ended up hurting Island. Because, well, in general, Club Penguin was declining in popularity. But yeah, her Island. And yeah, they basically didn't give it a chance. When they, like, got it, people were acting like, oh my god, Club Penguin Island, I can't believe it's shutting down. That game was good. And bitch, you were like hating the game and praying it would shut down back in the day. You only cared because that means the IP was truly dead. I don't know. I have some very strong feelings on that whole Island versus Rewritten debate. It was really dumb, I'll just say that. But yeah. It's no use getting worked up over now. I don't know, I just felt like, well, this is like true to like most communities. Take that if you will, but like Club Penguin fans were like, from what I've seen, they were cool, but they can be really easy to piss off. I don't think this is possible to... I played both, but then I kind of fell out of Rewritten because I just did. I don't know, I got busy with life. Didn't really have time to play Club Penguin all the time. Oh, let's join this race, why not? But yeah, you know what I mean. I respect the devs for what they managed to accomplish by bringing back Club Penguin. And pretty much extending its life cycle for as long as they did. So, but yeah, the copyright shutdown was inevitable, I suppose. Hey, I do have a Club Penguin Rewritten video somewhere on my channel, so you can go check that out. Yeah, sure, I'll give you my 10 XP. Okay. Also, they have a feature where you can, like, this Island News would lead to the blog, and since it's dead, you can, like, type in anything to, like, lead to it, so and it'll lead there instead. So, let's wait for it to load. Yeah, you know I had to do it. Fire! Hooray! All right, let's start this race and then we'll do a multi quest. Ready? Set. Go! What the hell? Oh, we can do the vortex quest.
Hiya! I've got a crazy idea. Want to help?
I mean, not really, but I'll help anyway.
Hiya! Welcome to Mount Blizzard. Rookie at your service. I'm Rookie, and this is Mount Blizzard. You're really gonna like it.
Plot twist. You really don't like it.
The cannon is the fastest way down. Surprised my penguin did not go splat from that. Orders in. Wonder where they all go.
Oh yeah, fucking Gary. There was like TV specials, and Gary the Gadget Guy was voiced by Wallace Shawn of all people. That was strange.
You want to see my favorite place on the mountain?
Not really, but sure.
Here it is. Best spot on the mountain. Mostly because of the wolf cave. Ow!
Oh hey, this guy.
I dropped off the jet fuel. Weren't you prepping for that review?
I am. We sent the video, ordered supplies, and the mountain is all ready.
And there goes the house.
Your house just fell out.
What do you mean again?
Rookie, can you handle this? The pick of the year is a big deal.
Totally. I got this, big guy.
Why don't they put the Club Penguin TV specials on Disney Plus?
I don't
That
got
would
this.
save the platform.
Could you jackhammer it back together? Antarctic asked me not to jackhammer after the ice cream incident.
What was the ice cream incident? That's what I want to know now. And you really shouldn't place your house on like a place where it could easily fall. Wow, it did. Orange. Oh yeah, they never introduced like they never got the chance to introduce like the ninjas and Puffles in this version. Rest in peace. I cannot move. Oh, never mind. Look at that. We level up. New blueprints. Ooh. A new igloo slot. Guess I'll save that for the closure. Boing. So our next place would be Island Central, which was the last, like, big update to this game, as far as I know. Look at that, old Club Penguin mini games. You can play them. We'll check them out later. That transports you to your igloo, I presume. The igloos weren't added until way later, because then, other than that, everyone was just homeless. I've actually never done these cadence quests, so this is going to be a blind experience for me. Oopsie.
Hey there! Ready to collaborate?
There.
Thanks for coming. You must be the event coordinator, Antarctic Scent. We've got a big show coming up called the Beach Bash.
One voice cast edition when I was looking into this that caught me off guard was Cassandra Lee Morris as the character Dot. Because, you know, I'm a big Persona and fan. There, I said it. And just like when I hear that, I hear Morgana. So if I ever encounter that, her and speak of the devil.
Hi, I'm Dot, and this is...
Oh my god,
Name's Rory.
that's actually the Morgana voice. I hate that.
Penguin in the overalls.
I genuinely... No. I'm out.
Or I'll answer to Rory, the Master Builder. But, that hasn't caught on.
Lego movie reference?
You done, Master Builder? Let's check the color scheme. Go on
Stop,
stage
all I hear is
and-
Morgana.
Let's try out the big screen.
So that's Matt Mercer as Rory, the construction worker. And if you don't know Matt Mercer, I first think of Yusuke Tadua. Oh hey, Shadow Guy and Namito. I first think of Yusuke from Persona 5.
Doesn't look right.
My second
Hold on.
thing is Chrom from Fire Emblem, who I guess he sounds most like here. And then for you Dana local players,
That's more like it.
Let's see your moves
Okay, now you
while you're
know.
up there.
Okay, do I have to dance? One, two, three. Dance.
All right. I've got the equipment working. And nothing blew up.
Yeah, I can definitely hear Chrom out of that.
We're on a roll, team. Let's get posters up to get the word out.
Oh yeah, something else I was curious about is that when they did Marvel crossovers back in the day, which means this game is canon to, or Club Penguin's canon to the Marvel multiverse. That's horrifying. Would there be like a Penguin Thanos? And if so, how would that like, who would have gotten snapped? And who would have lived?
Hold on. There's a problem at the cove. Can you handle it?
Do you know how long it takes for Krakow to ship?
No.
Well, hopefully not as long as it takes them to deliver lunch. I'm starving.
Oh, could you be serious for 1 minute?
I tried that once. It was horrible.
We're done here, Rory. I've got work to do.
Persona 5 has permanently tainted my perception of things. Purple. Yeah, I've never done this one actually. I think when this was added, I pretty much fell off the game. I stopped playing. Even though I still had it on my phone. I think my mom still has it on her phone actually, because I play on her phone. That in the tower. Thanks, Jesus. It never ends! Oh yeah, I can go to my igloo. Oh yeah, here's my epic igloo. It's actually 2 igloos. I don't know why the pumpkins are there. Wow, 2 houses in 1. And also this place. Honestly, I don't know what else to expect. Well, so I will be checking out one of these bad boys. I am going to go for bean counters. These are actually the mobile ports that's running on this, but oh well. It's essentially the same game, just with remastered graphics. And I appreciate that I put these in here, so at least these games can be permanently playable, even after offline. Even after going down, I'm dead. The implication of the penguin just gets murdered when you step on it, when an anvil falls on you. I believe also, well, okay, it will probably survive it, but it would hurt. I'll say that. Bam, 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 bam. Look at that. Bam. Okay. Okay, what the hell was that? So many anvils in a row. Okay, flower pots. I don't think these could kill you if they fall on you. But it would hurt. And yeah, I picked this one because even though it's a mobile version, the desktop iteration does run 4 times the closest to the original version. You go here, you click, and you click to like, it's just like the original version. Just with remastered graphics. Oh, fish. Now, I've never been slapped by one myself, but I can tell being hit with a wet fish does hurt. And the flower pot. I wonder if it would be possible, like, port the, like, get the files. Because I know if you hack a Wii, you can get Adobe Flash running on it. Can you get Club Penguin minigames to run on the Wii? 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know why I did that. It says truck on mode there, even though I guess if anyone being murdered means like, oh, we don't have to dump this truck anymore. Yeah, this gets really challenging as it progresses. Oh, that's right. And that was put to good use. Wow, that was it actually. So that's gonna do it for this little Club Penguin. Let me put the shirt on first. So that's gonna do it for this little Club Penguin Island video. If you guys want to see more of this game for whatever reason, be sure to let me know. I would like to get some behind the scenes info on this game, or maybe even, well, actually,
There are pressing matters to attend to.
yeah, I would have liked to know
Will you
if
help?
more console games were in the works, specifically. If that was ever planned at any point. And yeah, be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and I will let me know what other games I should play on this channel, and I will see you on the next video. Peace out. I gotta do a funny dance too. Like and subscribe, please, and thank you. Yeah. Bye.